We're so super excited to have you all on this morning. We have Dionne Allan from Red Shoe Homes team here today to talk about selling like a ninja. So we're super pumped. Dionne, you're just going to have to let me know when to do next slide,
Okay.
but you are good to go.
Okay. Hi, everybody. Thank you, Sarah, for introducing me. I am Dionne Allan with Red Shoe Homes team. Basically, Jen had asked me to have this conversation or do this class as Friday feature because we have done the ninja course. Now, I am not a trained certified anything. I'm just sharing with you the wonderful things that I've learned doing that. And if anybody's ever heard of it, it's Ninja Selling by Larry Kendall. There's a book there that you guys can get in, and he also does online classes, or the actual week-long course is amazing. I highly suggest that. You can go ahead and switch over to the first slide, because what we're going to learn today is 9 simple habits that are going to help you build an amazing referral database, and that basically comes with flow and relationship building. So one of the things that we always hear is I'm too busy, or I'm so busy, or whatever. Well, agents aren't actually failing. We're all overwhelmed, right? So we find that we get so busy, we get busy with even just setting up our databases. We're trying to follow up with clients, we're trying to do showings, but then we get caught up in all the nonsense too. And so what happens is we get so busy with that, and we all know that real estate ebbs and flows. We get so busy doing other things, we forget to actually nurture our clients, nurture our database. And with that, what happens is because of that ebb and flowing, we'll be really, really super busy. And then we come down, and because we didn't do all the stuff we should have been doing, we all of a sudden hit rock bottom again. And I'm guilty of doing it myself. But when I'm actually in my ninja mode, I do extremely well with it. So I'm going to let you go ahead and switch that slide there too. Sorry, guys, I couldn't get it myself, so Sarah's got to help me here. So I don't know if anybody's heard of the ninja habits and the daily thing. It's basically a way of life. It's living in a flow that makes you set a schedule for yourself. I think most people understand time blocking and all of that. So, but with this, it's all about relationships by simple habits and being done consistently. Am I talking too fast or anything, Sarah? Am I doing okay? No, we're doing okay. Okay, thanks, Jake. Okay, so sometimes when I get nervous, I ramble. So
Thank you.
basically, how you would start off your day is by doing these daily or weekly things and setting this up in your schedule. Some people are early risers, some people aren't. So the daily habits there's actually 5 of them. So, and I will go through each of them. I'm just going to name them off now, but then I'll go through each of them. So the daily habits, number 1 is gratitudes and affirmations. Number 2, showing up, staying on my agenda. We all know I'm like a squirrel. I can be distracted like crazy, and I will go off my agenda all the time. Write 2 personal notes, focus on my hot list, focus on my warm list. And then there's 4 weekly habits, and that's making customer service calls, scheduling 2 real estate reviews, having 50 live interviews, and updating number 9, updating my database. So you don't need to do everything, you just do the right things, is the little comment there at the bottom. So next one. Oh, my screen got messed up there. Sorry about that. I don't know what happened with that slide. Maybe because we put it into something, it happens. Anyway, sorry about that. Basically, gratitude and mindset. So I think that we all understand that mindset is a huge factor on how we deal with our daily life and our business. If we're in a not so great mood, we tend to drag that along with us. But if we are in a world of gratitude and positive mindset and abundance, good things often happen to us. So the number 1 daily habit, and if you've done Miracle Morning or anything like that as well, they all of these great coaches and great plans to handle our databases and stuff all start with us. It all starts with our gratitude and our mindset. So the number 1 thing is setting time for yourself first thing in the morning is to write down 3 gratitudes. Now you can put this in a book. You can put it up on sticky notes in your mirror, on your mirror in the morning, whatever you wanted, however you do your gratitudes, you can just say them out loud, doing breathing exercises. It's up to you how you want to express that gratitude. I will often express it to my team member, and I'll say, here's my gratitudes for today. Because I want to share with you what I'm grateful for. Or even with my husband, I'll say it to him too. I want to share with you. Then the next thing is that you're going to set one intention for the day. What's the one thing that would make your day great today? So what is it that if you got something accomplished that you'd feel like, yes, I did that? It could be as simple as something personal for yourself. I went to the gym. Or it could be something to do with a client. I met up with that client that I kept promising myself I was going to reach out to them, and I finally did, and I set that appointment. But write down that one intention and make sure that you get that done that day. And then you're going to do an affirmation. So an affirmation is, it's basically writing out like a sentence like, I am wonderful and smart, and I believe in all the abundance or is going to come to me today. And you write that down, and you're going to repeat it, and you're going to read it. And you can write that down. I actually learned in a different thing is if you write that down 21 times, it makes you feel that affirmation a lot more. So if you write it down or say it that many times, some people have an affirmation they say every single day, and it comes with movement too. So they'll be like saying their actual affirmation, but it's like a movement while they're doing that. It's what you believe and what you want to become. That's what an affirmation is. Okay, next slide. So this is actually one of my favorite parts of the Ninja. I'm always been a very relationship based person, and I that's why I excel at open houses. I excel at events. I excel at anything to do socially, and it's because I love looking someone in the eye and having a great conversation with them. Cold calling's never been my thing because I get all like I can't see them. I don't know how they're reacting to me. So, but I love to build a relationship. And this little 2 personal notes a day has actually gotten such great response. I send it to people that I haven't talked to in a really long time. And it'll be just like thinking about you today. And it might be a past client. It might be someone I know. It doesn't matter. And they get it in the mail, and they get excited like, oh my God, that's the sweetest thing you've ever like done. I love that. That was so kind. People don't get mail unless it's bills nowadays. And even those are online now, right? So, imagine getting a nice little card just to say, hey, I thought of you today. Other ways to send personal notes is, after a showing, it was great seeing you today. I enjoyed showing you those houses. Celebrations of life, you know, like Christmas cards too, but make sure it's personal, like know something about them. I do also personal notes after open houses. So after an open house, for me, I'm always big on finding out as much as I can as someone who walks into the house. So if Sarah walks in, I know that she loves dogs. I'm going to write in there. I'm going to say, Sarah, I loved meeting you today, and I would love to meet your puppies. They sound amazing. Maybe I'll even send a little cookie or a treat with it just because I know she's got those dogs. So those personal notes also can be text messages too, which I'll get to on then. I think it's the next slide that does that. Go ahead. Go ahead. No, it's the one after. Okay, so I'll go a little bit deeper on the next one. So, and then the other thing again, so now daily habit number 3 is stay on your agenda. So, as I said earlier, I am constantly all over the place. I'm 100% got ADHD. I am squirrel this, and I can get distracted so easily. So for me, one of the things I changed immediately after doing the ninja course was I set a firm, I am not to be bothered before 9 o'clock in the morning. So my phone is on do not disturb at 9. My phone is also on do not disturb at 8, unless I'm in an offer or whatever, because I think getting that time you can't get that time back. So for me, my focus time, my affirmations, my writing my notes, all of those things can happen before 9. Do your follow-ups, basically in first thing in the morning as well. So your follow-ups, your emails and all those things, but let people know that you're not, that you are busy. I can't do this. I can't do anything before 10. It depends on what your schedule is. Always pick one priority for this morning and get that done first thing in the morning. Again, that would be it could be I'm going to meet up, I'm going to book an appointment. That's your one priority for the day. Try to get it done before noon. And then all of a sudden you have that, all right, I got the rest of the day to carry on and do other little amazing things and get distracted. Okay. Next one. That's daily habit number 3. So I'm not sure if everybody understands hot lists and warm lists, but we all should be carrying around, or we all should be keeping track of who's on our hot list. Those are the people that are getting ready to move or sell within the next 90 days. And then we should also have a warm list. And those are the ones that you're building your relationship with. Maybe that you're and there, maybe you met them at an open house, or someone's referred, but they're not just ready yet, or you met them at the hockey game and you started talking to them about real estate, and then they passed their name on, or they came in as a lead off of one of your advertisements. Warm lists are people that are interacting with you, but are more like 6 to 12 months out. So you want to stay in touch with those people. So you want to be able to be contacting your hot and your warm list, connecting with them every single day. So maybe you have like 20 people on your hot list. Well, let's make it manageable. Let's do 20 people for the week. We do 4 a day on the hot list, unless you feel like you need to talk to them right away. And same with your warm list. And you can, if you actually do this intentionally, you can move people to the warm list a little faster, or to the hot list from the warm list a little faster. I don't know if you guys can see the slides. This one's not messed up, so that's good. um, next one is, next slide, please. So we've gone through 5 of the daily habits already. And these are simple outreach examples of way to stay consistent. And you can touch that hot list or warm list, but you can also do this for your notes. So I firmly believe in this, in the 2 handwritten notes. I believe in that as a great way to do things. But if you, Larry Kendall actually changed this rule now, and he's saying you can send text messages too. Just yesterday, Aurora was on my team, and who is on my team, she noticed that I got a message from somebody that I haven't talked to in a long time. And it was literally because I saw something that came up. It was, she actually happened to be my boss before I was in real estate. And it was this thing about, you never forget about the boss who cheered you on after you left. And I sent that over to her, and I haven't spoken to her in probably 3 years. And she was like, "Oh my God, that's so amazing!" Responded right away, "How are you?" or whatever. So you can send those things, like you're thinking about somebody. You can send somebody a little voice memo, right when you're driving in a car. Even nowadays, you can do that. You can social DM people. You can do a quick check-in call. Calls are not, like, honestly, phoning somebody is always the best, but we tend to get a little bit fearful of getting or bothering people. But phone calls are usually the best. A lot of people actually want to hear your voice and hear from you. So these are really great ideas to get and do that. If you need to meet your 10 people a day that you need to contact on your hot list, these are great examples of that. You can also, one of the things I didn't put in there was even a video. So, filming yourself and saying, "Hey, Anna, it was so great to see you today." Or, "Anna, I was thinking about you today. I remember the last time we spoke, you were doing this or doing that," right? So, I would love to hear from you. Let me know how you're doing. People love that. I know I've even done it with my friends where, just to let them know in a group chat, I'll be like, "You know what, guys, I love you." And I'll do a video instead of doing that. So, these are great ways to contact and connect and keep it relationship based. And always, I'm thinking of you. I was like thinking of you today. I know that you're waiting on your paperwork to get pre-approved for your mortgage. I saw these listings come up. I was thinking, and I thought of you right away. I'm going to send them over to you. That's a touch as well, like, in your hot list. Okay, next slide. Now, These are weekly. I think it's because we uploaded these into whatever you were doing. Okay.
It
Okay.
is. It like
Okay.
seems to warp it. I'm so sorry about
It's
that.
okay. It's okay. Okay. So on top of your 5 daily habits, these are 4 weekly habits, and they basically are there to deepen the trust. We want to be the agents that they trust and want to use. So when you're thinking about building your database, the most important thing at the end of the day is referrals, repeat business, and all that. This is where this comes in handy. So so the number, this is, it would be number 6. It's our customer service calls. So number 1, it's calling it as a weekly, but it's number 6 on the list. So customer service calls, I'm not sure if anybody does these, but customer service calls are checking in with your sellers, checking in with your buyers, checking in on your warm list, your hot list as well. But mostly like just giving your customers that up, like, hey, the open house was really good, or this is what's happening in the market right now. Touching base in a difficult market. I know agents that will hide behind and not want to talk to their sellers because they don't have anything good to say. It's still important to get on the phone with them and say, look, there's been nothing happening last week. I would talk, and maybe you've made a phone call to another agent and said, hey, I saw your house. Did you have anybody at your open house? So you can at least call your client and say, hey, I spoke to another agent at the house in the neighborhood. They didn't have anybody through either. Their showings are slower or whatever. Maybe it's to discuss what our next moves are. We're going to wait another 7 days before we do a price drop. Are you ready for that, Mr. Seller, Mr. and Mrs. Seller? Those are your customer service calls, checking in, asking them how they're doing as well. Like, is this stressful for you? I just did one with a client. He's been on the market for a little bit, and I said, look, I said, I need to know where you're at. We're carrying 2 houses here. Are you okay? Like, let me know. That's really important to keep that open. So number 7, which is number 2 on the weekly, but it's number 7 in the 9, is real estate reviews. These are actually quite fun. You can have a lot of fun with a real estate review. You only have to do 2 a week. So you can do a brand new person that you just met. You can someone you spoke at a party to and do this with. I love going to parties. I always come totally prepared with any information as possible because someone's going to ask you about the market and how things are going. So you always go in with a lot of knowledge about the neighborhood that this party's in, right? Um, but real estate reviews can be done in different ways. So you want to call someone. They're best if you do them in person, but if you can't do it in person, you can do an email or a PowerPoint presentation. But I do advise you to put a video in there to say, hi, it's Dionne. I promised you I'd send you a real estate review on your property. I just want to let you know that this is what's sold in the neighborhood. This is where I think your home might be right now. And just talk about the market a little bit, and it doesn't have to be too long. But the best way to do it is to get it all in a nice bound little paper, a little thing that you can get that staples, and meet them for a coffee and hand it over and discuss it with them, or at their house. Oh, I'd love to see your new kitchen. I saw that you did a new kitchen. Why don't I come over and have a look at that? And with that, you bring over a real estate review. And when people see these things, then they're going to actually say, oh, well, does your realtor do that for you? I mean, it's been 3 years since I bought my house, and they just came over and did a real estate review for me. So you can have a lot of fun and be creative with that real estate review at any rate. Um, then the next one on the list is live conversations. So the live conversations, we want to have 50 of these a week. So that's not difficult. 50 of them a week, 10 of them a day. That's not hard. We're realtors. We love to talk real estate. We love to talk about so much, but let's find some people to talk to about. Let's say you get invited to a Blue Jay game. You sitting next to the person that's a complete stranger just talking about the Blue Jay game is not a real estate conversation, but you could turn it into that. Oh, oh yeah, they just scored. That's amazing. And then you could be like, what do you do like for a living? And have a conversation with them. Then you talk about, oh, I'm in real estate. They'll talk to you automatically. They want to know about real estate. Live conversations, inviting someone for a coffee or a lunch, or, make up a list of coffee dates. I don't know if anybody's ever seen that 50 coffee dates that you write down, and you go 50 coffee dates. Who do I want to have coffee with? That is 50 that you can do in one week, and write it down and be intentional. Maybe they can't do coffee. Maybe they like wine like me. I don't know. Maybe you have to meet them in the evening or in the later afternoon. Or you can also have a phone call. It doesn't have to be in person. It can be a phone call, but you want to do that with key relationships and never be afraid to say, do you know anybody that's looking for a realtor right now that might need my help during these conversations? You'd be amazed at where they're going. Also, during these conversations, it's very important to find out information, and that information, what you're looking for, is Ford. It is, it's hard to do these things because you can't see people really raise their hand. Not sure if anybody's heard of Ford. And what Ford is the questions that you want to ask is Ford is family, occupation, recreation, and dreams. So when you're having these live conversations, you can say, "Oh, how's your family? Oh, your daughter just went is going to university this year. That's great." You put that in your notes. You get in your car, you give yourself a note. You then take that information and then you're going to go on to your next thing, which is the number 4 habit, well, number 9 habit, which is updating your database and your notes. So you use these Ford questions during these live conversations that will intentionally help you do the updating your database as well, which is the last thing on your list. So in your database, do you take notes of people that you're meeting? Do you, like what I said with Sarah, I note at the open house, she has dogs and I know she loves dogs. I'm going to make sure I put that in there. If it's somebody that's already a past client or a sphere, do I know their birthday? Do I know their favorite chocolate bar? You can actually figure out things. Oh, did they go to Greece? Oh, did they, are they planning a trip? You can schedule these things now in your database to say, welcome home. How was Greece? You find out information. What are you dreaming of? Do you want to, oh, one day I want to retire and I want to live in a condo in Toronto. That's amazing. Have you ever gone on any tours in Toronto? Now you have that information. When's retirement? Oh, 5 years from now. Put that in your database. What's your occupation? Oh, you just got a new role. That's amazing. Let me congratulate. Send them a note in the mail. Congratulations on your new job. People getting married. I search Facebook every day. That's part of my looking at things every day. I try not to post even on Facebook anymore because I'm always on there looking for other things. But I go on there to see if there's anything that's happened that's new. And I intentionally look for people in my list that I don't even talk to that much to see if there's something new that's happening. So, for example, didn't know that one of my past clients got married. They got married and I'm like, oh my God, they got married. I didn't even realize they got married. Holy moly. So I was like, that's it. I'm going to send them something. I sent them a bottle of champagne. It cost me $75 with a little chocolate. Sent it over. Hadn't talked to them in like 4 years, like, well, other than little things here and there, but I didn't know. Just saying congratulations. They were so thrilled by that. And immediately it's constant conversation now. How's the market and all those things? But looking at Facebook, Instagram, anything like that to see if there's any milestones. Maybe someone's becoming a grandmother that or grandparent, or they're look like they're struggling. Sometimes people post things about they're struggling. Check in on them. Say, hey, how are you? You might find out that they're struggling and they don't know where to go, and you can be someone to offer something of advice or maybe a referral of somebody to help them through their troubles. A lot of people this year reached out to me saying I have to sell my house, and I said, why? It's not a good time right now, right? And I then turned around and said, here's a great mortgage person that can help you, and let's see, if not, we'll sell your house, but if let's try to save that for you. So these are all things that if you're reaching out to your database and you're talking to them and you're updating it, you can put in there and basically um, follow up with them at the different dates that you put into the calendar. So next slide. So that's basically, I think I'm pretty fast here. Okay, I don't even know what time it is. Oh, okay, I did it in the right amount of time. Holy moly. I can't believe it. Okay, so basically, again, I am not a ninja qualified certified coach or anything. I highly recommend the course. I highly recommend reading the book or listening to the book. It really hit home with the fact that you can funnel your database through relationships and small habits and building quality leads because of that. And I live by that daily. Relationships are the way, that's how you become, 98% referral and repeat. So, questions?
That was great, John. Thank you.
No problem.
Anyone have any questions before we run away and sell like ninjas? This was
So
really, really great, Dionne. Thank
So
you
it is,
so
it is, so
much.
it's Ninja Selling with, and it's Larry Kendall. And actually we do our business planning every year with him too. And it's because I became a thing, you can pay for it. It's online. It's actually pretty reasonable, and it gives you amazing printouts and stuff like that to prepare you for your next year, which is, it's wonderful. I highly recommend them for sure.
That's so
So
awesome. I love that so
Very
much.
inspirational. Thank you.
you're welcome. Thank you for joining.
Thanks,
Yeah,
Dion.
lots of really, really great advice. So I think everyone's going to go off and try some of those things now today.
I'm telling you, you do those notes. I'm telling you, people love them.
Yeah.
People love them. Yeah.
Anna, Lisa, did you guys have questions? I saw you just unmuted.
No, just going to say thank you so much. It was great. And your
Me too.
personality, just you smile when you talk. So I think that comes out big time in your connections, which was great.
Oh, thank you.
You
Thank you so much,
definitely
Lisa.
bubbled right through the screen.
Yes.
It's awesome.
Oh,
And
thank
I
you.
also wanted to mention thank you that really those warm notes after the open houses, they create the business. Yes.
Yeah.
I had this
100%.
experience. Yep.
Yeah, it creates an experience and brings us to another level.
And
Thank you.
you're like a door knocking champ, aren't you, Dionne?
No, I'm better at open houses. Anna's the door
Open
knocking
house.
champ.
Okay. I thought you also did a lot of door knocking. I wasn't
No,
sure. I forgot if it was open
I did
houses.
years ago, but
Yeah.
I'm more about the open
You're the
houses.
open house pro. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
love
love
that.
open
So
houses.
good.
Yeah, I'm happy to
Amazing.
share with anybody. If anybody wants to reach out to me, you want to talk to me about any of these things as well. I'm always open to have great conversations with coworkers or colleagues. So
I think
anytime.
Dion, you mentioned last year, 2 years ago, when we talked, when you were at one of our meetings, and you mentioned, I love that note that you wrote. Thank you for not slamming your door into my face.
Yes. Do
I
you
use
use
it all
that?
the time now.
Good. Yeah, you got to be cheeky. You can be totally cheeky with people, right? Like, not that we used to, for anybody that's not didn't see my open house one that I did a while back. We would do follow-ups with door knockers that had a door on it, and it says, "Thanks for not slamming the door on my face. It was great to have a conversation with you," and that would be a handwritten note instead. So, and people do laugh at it. They think it's quite humorous, right?
That's how you win people over is with humor, right? So it's just so great. I love that so much.
Totally. Well, thank you guys. I appreciate people coming on. Oh, is there Anna?
Yeah,
Or
just using your strategy, I also usually tell people, thank you for not swearing at me on the phone, right?
So good.
yeah, yeah. We have another card that says, "Thanks for not hanging up on me."
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's great.
yeah. All
I
right.
love
Well,
that. Well,
anybody else?
thanks so
Or
much for coming on this morning, Dionne. We really, really appreciate you and sharing all this with everyone.
thank you.
Of course. And everyone have an incredible day, make amazing things happen, and then we'll see you
Yes.
all next time.